What's Gucci Squad? It's your boy, Patrick Ross, and we're back. Into the Breach, Let's Play, Episode 2. Alright, all joking aside, last episode we beat the Central Museums and the Safeguard Valley easy. Now we're going to check out our different units and then head on over to beat a couple more levels, get towards the final boss. All right, so the combat mech, like we said in the last video, this is more of a close range unit. What can we do to make this unit better? First off, my avatar, who I still think looks just kind of confused, has a ability called Experience. So every time this unit kills a unit, I get bonus 2 experience. Great. Things that I'm considering, my health. Right now I have 3 health. It would be great to have more. And the number of spaces I can move. Right now I can only move 3 spaces. Obviously being able to move more would be very beneficial. I can also upgrade my attack. So right now I have the Titan Fist, which sounds like real dumb, but I could get dash or even +2 damage if I have the currency to spend. And the currency specifically for the units are called reactors. Right now I don't have any. The reactors are shown up here. So you can see that I don't have any reactors to spend. I do have 2 cash money corporate reputation points. All right, that's me. Let's go over to this unit. I can't remember the names. So let's go with Frank. Really nice. So my boy Frank, no special abilities. He could get abilities over time as he levels up. Right now all of us are level 1. Similar to my unit, he's got 3 health and 3 movement. This is attack, and he can also upgrade over time. Finally, we got Nikola, who, again, just going to rename Joji, also level 1. Similar idea. This unit is actually kind of weaker. It's only got 2 health, but that's because it's more of a long-range unit. I think it's fine for it to have slightly lower health. So you can see maybe what we're trying to build towards to get better units. The advantage of having better units is that we'll be able to kill the enemies more efficiently. All right, let's dive into our first map for this episode. We've got a clam that we're fighting with, an old artillery unit driven by Zoe, and she's going to be helping us out in this particular map. So like before, I want to try and get really good positioning for my main units, and my long-range unit, just more central is fine. Oh yeah, here we are. We're in this. We're in this land. Oof. All right, another thing to explain. So the thing that just crashed into the soil over here is going to give me money if I collect it. So I'm probably going to collect it. I've got 3 enemies on the board, 2 more coming in. I've actually got 4 units, so I think this level should be pretty easy. We'll find out if I'm right. We can start off by just taking out this particular unit, which gives all the other units a passive bonus. So it's always great to remove that first. Obviously, I've shown exceptional skill, not knowing anything new from that. Going back to the time pod. If an enemy walks, an enemy Vek, which are these little bug-like creature, walks onto this, I lose it and I don't get the bonus that I could have gotten. If no one walks on it by the end of this game, or if I walk on it, I get it and I can spend it in the future. We're going to walk on it probably. So we got 2 units, 2 health and 3 health that we're not going to be able to kill, but we can get them out of our way. So maybe a good play would be to send Filthy Frank down here to kick this unit over to the right, and then perhaps we could just kind of get rid of it. Yeah, do that thing. Seems fine, right? Seems cool. Seems smart. And then this unit, I can't really kill it off, but I can get it to a less threatening position. So that's gonna be my first turn. I think in the early stage of the game, it's totally fine just to pick things that are good in the short term, not worry about the long term. The enemies aren't strong enough for you to have to bother with that yet. And we can spend a little more time thinking about our moves basically when I start sucking. So yeah, it's that. All right, so we've got 3 enemies on the board. It's always so like I'm a huge fan of whenever the Vex try to attack me because I can just move this unit and then the attack does nothing. So it's like it's almost like they're wasting a turn. When they attack buildings, then I have to do something to deal with them. So I dislike that. I like it more when they bother me instead. So let's see. I can kill this unit off, which is great because I can do 2 damage. Alternatively, I can move this unit down and attack this guy. Could be cool. And maybe kill this guy off with the tank. This clam. Zoe's gonna take him out with the clam. Let's just do that. Let's just get rid of this guy. And then send my unit down over here where perhaps I can just punch this particular unit to the right. I can always move out of the way, right? I can block and maybe something like moving to back and firing here. So that now these units are attacking each other and I don't remember which one attacks first. Okay, it's not the best attack order, but it's still good. So yeah, we're blocking a Vec here. We've got these guys fighting each other. Everything looks really, really good. And I've got an action available. Not going to take it. I don't want it. I'm just trying to stun on them just a little bit, just flex just a little bit. All right, here we go. Blocked an enemy. So I kind of wish this thing counted down sooner because it seems like I have 3 turns. I'm pretty sure I've only got 2. Yeah, I've only got 2 turns remaining. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Time pod's still here. I still haven't walked over to get it, but I'm not too bothered. All right, so this time we've got 3 Vex, and they're all attacking buildings. Maybe I guess I'm like sort of sorting my thoughts without really saying what I'm like. That's how I do it. But yeah, the first thing I always do is just check the number of Vex and then check what they're attacking. That kind of helps me organize what I want to do each turn. Because I know that all 3 are attacking buildings, I know I'm going to have to deal with all 3, which is really not that hard in this particular map because I have, I've got 4 units, which is really nice. This unit's not going to be able to do much, so maybe it'll pick up the time pod. One, like, obviously good play would just be to move all 3 units into worse positions. For instance, this guy would be put in the fire, which is always nice. I think this is always going to be a good move. And then I definitely can kill this guy off. I'm not sure if I want to. I think I just want to block. Yeah, I think I really just want to block. So I'm going to, or I could try to, maybe killing the unit's better because I get the experience, right? I get to, again, flex just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, cool. And I'm just going to heal with Frank the tank over here, like a little boss. I think, thanks for letting me know, Frank. Again, we're great shape. We're blocking. We're looking really, really good. Remember, our objective here is just to protect the buildings. We're not as concerned with our units and the environment. We just want to protect the buildings. That's what's important to us. All right, cool. So this is going to be the last turn of this particular map. All we need to do is survive. We don't care whether or not the Vex are still around or not. Our biggest priority is just making sure that these buildings don't go down. Let's see how we do. So first thing I might do is actually just knock these guys into each other. I'm not sure if order really matters here. I guess it depends on who we want to level up. Let's see. How much... I always want to level myself up, right? I'm the coolest guy. Patrick Ross needs to be a team leader. I'm the most important person in this particular game. There we go. I got all the experience. Suck on that. Frank. And we got one more unit, but it's attacking me. And remember, it's only doing 1 damage. They show that here with the yellow 1. And also you can check it if you click on the Firefly. It says specifically 1 damage from its butt goo attack. Not very strong. Let's pick up this pod. Thanks, Zoe. Great job. And yeah, let's maybe just do a little damage. We could shoot ourselves. I don't know. We can do whatever. I think we're good. Let's end this. We won this level easily. All right. Patrick Ross is a hero for sure. I feel a little bit better about myself because I succeeded in this video game level. And I got promoted, which makes me, just twice as good. Cool. So you get a pod, you get a little surprise. It's like a little party favor. And we got a reactor core, which is really topical because we were just talking about how these are ways to upgrade our units. And we've got Lily Reed, who is a new character that can drive our units. Since I was promoted, I get a new skill. I can move one more space. All right, we got new characters. We got more stuff. Let's upgrade our units. So over here, you can see the storage, stuff that we have available that we haven't used. So Lily's ability is gain 3 move on the first turn of every mission. Let's see. Do we want Lily to be in charge of the long range or the medium range? Probably the medium range, right? Because that's where we're going to need more movement. So let's just kick Frank out. And we'll put Frank in charge of the long range just because he's got more experience. I prefer Joji's music actually, but we'll leave it with Frank. All right, sweet. Let's see. Let's give an easier. Lily's fine. We'll keep it with that. It's a great name. All right, cool. And I also have one reactor core that I can spend. Things I can spend it on are health, movements, and it's something that you can exchange. So you can spend it. If you don't like it, you can cash it in and spend it again. The only thing you can't do is whichever unit you choose to put it on, you can't move that reactor core away from that unit. So perhaps we want to put it on our weakest current unit. This one's got 4 movement, 3 movement. This one's the weakest for sure. Let's put it on Lily. Give her a little, something special. We'll give her 2 extra health. All right, cool. So we've covered, let's see, we've beaten 3 different maps. We've got full power. Let's go for one more. This one seems like a really easy one. Let's choose one where we can get even more health. When you're full of power and you get more power, you become slightly more resistant to times when Vex do attack your buildings. It's always good to get more health. All right, so I'm using the same strategy I always do. Dump them in the middle of the board. Let's do that thing. Yeah, that's right. Patrick Ross gets it. Oof. All right, so 3 Vex. 1 of which is attacking a building. 2 of which are attacking my units. One of my units is stuck thanks to these webs. We've got 2 more Vex coming in. It's great that they're lined up though, right? Like we can knock them into each other. I feel like we're going to get more damage that stacks from these sort of collisions. Seems real good. One thing that I might consider is just punching this guy out of the way, then knocking these 2 units into each other, and then finally shooting with the cannon to kill off this unit. This one will have 1 health. This one will have 2 health. Is there a better way to do that? Another option would be just to move the tank back. The artillery mech can't shoot directly in front. It needs some space. To fire. So this seems really good, right? I set this on fire. I move these 2 units. I now free up myself to really lead the team. This guy's going to die from fire damage next turn. Unfortunately, the only person I can really attack is this guy. Maybe, even though it kind of hurts myself, maybe it's good just to do that. And every time the units collide, it does 1 damage to both units. And now we can use Lily, who gets the extra 3 movements the first turn of every game. We have 2 choices with Lily here. We can either block this emerging Vex, we can go all the way over to the corner of the map, just to try and get 1 damage in on this unit, or even maybe here, slightly better, right? A little bit closer. I think it's better to get the damage. And I say that in like a real questioning tone because I don't know. I think it's better to get the damage. One thing about blocking is blocking's great. Love blocking, but the units are still going to emerge like they stack over time, and eventually you can't block everyone, and then a lot of units come out. Oof, you're on fire, bruh. All right, so we blocked 1. We've got 1 more. All right, so this is like a real advantage situation. Back when I was in high school, we had these drills, basketball called 3-on-2s. I feel like this is a 3-on-2. We've got 3 attackers, 2 defenders. This is like a really good situation. I should be able to win this one. How am I going to play it out, though? So I'm stuck here. This guy takes 2 damage to die, so I can easily kill this unit with myself, Patrick Ross. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this guy. I could kill him with both units, and maybe that's fine. Or I could push him onto this space, which seems even better. So what if I were to go all the way to the corner, shoot this to move him onto that space? Yeah, that seems really good, right? Like this is why I'm the sensei here. I know what I'm doing. All right, Lily is going to then shoot this particular Vec to block this unit, and it will die from the incoming Vec. Really smart play. Pro plays. All right, cool. Another thing to think about just with positioning after I like finish sort of explaining how great I am is it is nice to always keep units in the center. So this is like not a good place at all for a unit to be. This is somewhat alleviated by the fact that this Frank is our sort of long-range artillery, so it might be okay to be in the corner of the board. But if we were to put like one of our more close-range units in the corner, I think it would be less efficient overall. So I do like to keep these guys central, and I'm not as concerned by sending the artillery all over the map. All right, great. This unit's dead, thanks to that blocking the enemy. When an enemy dies, thanks to this sort of indirect damage, all of us get the experience. So you saw that that unit died, we got 3 experience. Each of us got 1 of those 3 experience points. All right, cool. So we got 2 turns left. We've got 3 units this turn, and we're gonna have 3 more next turn. And that's maybe the downside of blocking, because now we're getting more and more enemies that we're gonna have to deal with that we didn't take care of earlier. And I almost feel like we need to block because I don't wanna have like 6 enemies next turn. Not necessarily that's what would happen, but that would be, not a great case. 2 are attacking me, which is really dumb because I can just move out of the way and they'll attack each other. 1 is attacking the buildings, and I need to deal with that. I think I'm just going to go deal with that. Maybe even smarter, though, would be to move Lily down here to shoot this particular unit. And then I could go over and knock it out, really deliver the KO. So that's 3 experience. I got all this experience, and I got an extra +2 because of my special ability. Frank's all like kind of out here doing a whole lot of nothing. What I am thinking about doing is just moving these 2 units closer to each other, but that seems real like useless. Unfortunately, I can't maneuver either of these units onto this tile, given the moves I've taken so far. Right now I'm blocking, and so I'll have, let's see, 4 Vex this coming turn. Eesh. Let's just, maybe we could do a damage. So if I hit the unit directly, it doesn't move. It would have been nice if I could have knocked it into the fire, but I can't. So we'll do this. We'll just do 1 damage. End that turn, though. End that turn right there. Cool. I bet they feel real dumb right now. Okay, this is really cool. So these are the final 2 Vex that we're gonna have to deal with on this particular level, and one of them is just like this passive bonus Vec that doesn't attack anything. I don't really care that the other units have more health. I would be more concerned if it was another unit that would attack, perhaps, any of these buildings over here. All right. So you guys following at home, I think you know exactly what we're gonna do. We're just going to try to get these units to attack a whole lot of nothing. by just shepherding them out of the way. I'm not concerned with killing them, although I can knock this particular unit off into the water, which feels real good. Feels real good, man. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I think of the tank kind of like a rook because it just shoots all along straight lines. A little bit. You get the analogy. All right, cool. So that ends this particular game. Again, we didn't take any civilian casualties. Maybe we could have done more damage to the Vex to get more experience. That might be the one downside of that particular round. It's always good to try to kill as many Vex as possible. But, you know, we did pretty well. We did pretty well. Look at that. All those civilians, they appreciate me. They like what we've done. All right. So on each of these different continents, you don't get to actually fight all the different levels. You can only pick a few. I'm not sure if it's the same every time. On this one, we can only fight 4 of these 7. So we got these bonuses. We're never going to be able to do these levels. We have to go back to the corporate headquarters to fight the final boss. Let's do that next video, though. All right. Thanks for following along. Next video, we'll go back up to the corporate headquarters, have a nice business meeting, and take care of the remaining Vex on this continent. Thanks for watching. Peace.